how to raise your energy with I Ching, how to navigate daily challenges and opportunities with this I Ching weekly forecast. And if you ask yourself, what the heck is I Ching? Well, it's a forecasting method of the Chinese Metaphysics and has been used for thousands of years. It is based on trigrams and hexagrams, which you may or may not know from the Feng Shui. I personally use it a lot, and I must say I am very grateful for this tool. It has really served me a lot. So, every Sunday, live, 6:15 Brisbane time, 8:15 New Zealand, 10:15 Germany, and the Americas are during nighttime, so you can watch the replay with your breakfast in the morning. So what we will here do is we look into the energies of the year, the month, and then every single day of this week, from the Sunday to the Sunday. And because if we know what's coming, it's much easier to respond to it, isn't it? And not just sit there and just react to whatever. Oh my God, where did this come from? And if you're watching this on YouTube, there are chapters down here in the notes, so you can come back every single day on the day and listen to what I said. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, I love those tools. So how do we raise our energies this week, this month, this year? Let's have a look what the I Ching has to say. And because we haven't done the year and the month last week, I will just shortly dive into that. So we're having the year energy is 38 opposition. And opposition, so the thing is really with that one is also called polarizing, division, how to tolerate the otherness of the counterpart in conflicting times. Isn't that exactly what's happening at the moment right now? So what it is, it has the lake underneath and the fire on top. And fire and water, yeah, they're drifting apart, aren't they? And that's what's happening. That is the energy of the year. So what can we do about it? Not much. But what we can do is actually in the small realm, in the realm of small things. That is what this year is possible. Because if people are drifting apart more and more, then you can stand there on your soapbox and rant and whatever, and most of them will go, whatever. So small things, and in your group, I mean, look after your neighbor, look after your loved ones. That's what this year's energy is about. And this month's energy is 32 consistency. And that word just speaks for itself, doesn't it? So creating a sustainable foundation by knowing what to keep and what to let go. Sounds like decluttering, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So this is really this month. Really look what is working for you and what isn't. Really become aware of that. What is working for you and what isn't. What to let go, what to keep. And be consistent with that. Not 1 week throwing everything out and next week buying new stuff. No. This is not how it works. This is not consistency, correct? Okay, let's go into the day energies. So today, Sunday, is number 50, the Cauldron. And number 50 looks like this. Can you see it? Yes. Okay. So the Cauldron in itself, I said that last week already. It's the wood underneath, wind and wood underneath, and the fire on top. And that's where the Cauldron stands. So as long as the wood is supporting the fire, the Cauldron can produce beautiful food and soup and everything. So it's about nourishment. So the idea here is nourishment. And that's what I told you last week, to ask yourself the question today on the Sunday. What is nourishing you? I hope you did that. I did actually, and I found some interesting answers in that one. What is nourishing you? Wherever you're watching this, you still have a few hours today at least. Find out what is nourishing you. Because, they stand for really preparing food and preparing nourishment, preparing what you need. That is what this Sunday's energy is all about. And as long as there is food below, as long as there is nourishment for you, the fire will burn. And the fire, of course, stands also for the fire inside of you, doesn't it? So really become aware of that. What did I say? Here we are. How the own doing takes off if you dedicate it to a higher purpose. So what is nourishing you? What is nourishing you? And how can you nourish others with that? So whatever you do for yourself, bear in mind that you will also do that for others. And also, so if you turn it around, what you're doing to yourself, you're also doing to others. So be kind to yourself. That's the greatest gift you can do to everyone around you. Be kind to yourself. One of the hardest tasks at the moment, isn't it? Yes. Okay. How do we raise our energy on the Monday? On the Monday, we've got, hang on, I need to flip the page to show you the sign. It's 46 rising, and that looks like that one. Okay, so rising is sometimes also called pushing upward, ascending on growing upward. So it's earth on top and wood underneath. So the idea here, and that's why it's called rising, pushing upward. It's like the wood, yes, the wood, being in the earth and then having to push through, pushing upward, growing upward. So wood grows in the earth upwards. That's what it stands for. So, but what does it mean? Is it going like a dance? No, probably not. It really needs an effort to push through. So you need some energy. This is tomorrow. You need some energy to push upward and through the earth. So it's a vertical ascending. So from lowliness to power and influence, says the book. So it's really pushing through, and not with violence. Don't do that. No. So not with violence, modesty, but pushing through slowly and surely. What's the English saying? Slow and steady wins the race. Yes. So pushing through. So adapting yourself to obstacles. And if there are obstacles, be like the plant and just bend around them. Have you ever watched one of those nice little plants somewhere on a road or on a pathway, breaking through it and finding those nooks and crannies to grow? That's what it means, that it grows upward without any haste, So let me have a look what I also called it. How a clear goal and personal commitment lead to success and builds your character. Isn't that nice? So the clear goal is the uprising. The clear goal is the growth in the earth that is covering you. And maybe it's a little bit dark, and maybe you feel, oh, what's going on? I can't see. It's okay. Keep on working through it. But as I said, not with violence, but with modesty and adaptability. This is how we grow. Okay, let's see how we can raise our energies on the Tuesday, shall we? Tuesday is, 29, water. So this sign has water below and water on top. And it's also called the abysmal gorge or darkness. So some don't like it. I personally do like it, and I will tell you soon why. So, how to stay true to yourself in hard times and trust your heart. That's what I call it. How to stay true to yourself in hard times and trust your heart. Maybe you're having doubts at the moment about something, or maybe on Tuesday, doubts coming up about you, about your way. Then think about what water does. Water just follows itself. So be like water, my friend, like Bruce Lee said. Be water, my friend. Follow the flow, see what you can do, and see where you can't go. It doesn't make sense to try and go where you're not meant to be and where you can't go. Follow the water, follow the flow, not the mainstream, that is different. The flow, what is possible? Where can you go? Where does your gut feeling get you to? This is really on the Tuesday. Follow your gut feeling, follow your heart. Be water and do what it takes to get out. Be water, my friend. Be water. So, and what it does is, even because it says the abysmal and it's kind of a dangerous one, but the danger, if you can follow your gut and your heart and come through the danger, it comes out stronger. Or let's say you come out. You will come out. So water reaches its goal by flowing continually. Sometimes a bit faster, sometimes a bit slower. Be water, my friend. Be water. And how can we raise our energies on the Wednesday? Wednesday has number 62, lesser exceeding, or also called preponderance of the small. That's what it looks like. And if you look at the sign, you can see that there's strength inside, the strong lines on the inside, and the weak lines on the outside, the so-called strong and weak line. It's just naming them. The yin lines on the outside and the yang on the inside. It's no judgment. That's just what it is. So what it does really is how to compromise your big goals. Do you remember last week we said there's this big goal that you've reached? So how to compromise big goals and taking care of small things in a very humble and thorough way. So it's on this day, it's about small things. It's about looking into what is possible with modesty. And you are sure to be rewarded. It's a successful day. Small things don't mean, oh yeah, whatever on that day. No. You must understand the demands of the time, and the time on this day wants you to look at small things. And this is necessary at times. Sometimes we're looking at big things, sometimes we're looking at small things. And this is what you do, and this will be successful. And that's why I also like this taming of the small is another name for it. Because it is actually successful. But like the water the day before, you need to be consistent and modest and really understand what is happening at the time, and then it will flow, just like the water did before. Okay, how do we raise our energy on the Thursday? Thursday, yes. Oh my God, I'm still about this 1 week where I mucked up the days. 45, gathering together, companionship, what else? Clustering, association. There are quite a few names. It's the earth underneath and the lake on top. And if you follow me for a while, you know, lake on top, that means joyous. So gathering and joyous, and the earth underneath, the recepting. So it means really coming together, community, asking yourself what is important here. What are the priorities? Maybe it's about project planning on that day. Thursday. Maybe it's about project planning. Maybe it's about milestones, finding the milestones for that day. You know, what we're having in the gathering, the lake above, the earth underneath, if the water in the lake gathers until it rises above the earth, there is the danger of a breakthrough. So, and that breakthrough is not a natural one and not a healthy one. So you have to be precautious with that one. So it's about what is important, not just anything. You don't splash your water everywhere, doing everything. What is important? What are your priorities? Maybe use Thursday. I probably will use the Thursday to do some planning for the next weeks and months. It's also a stable day, so that's quite okay and quite good. So we've got some good stuff going on here on the Thursday. Yes. What do we do on the Friday? What is the main energy on this Friday? Friday brings us number 23, which is called splitting apart, or some call it peel, and that's what it looks like. And can you see, it looks like a little bit like a house, doesn't it? I'm not so fond of the name peel for it, but it's really the splitting. So how to give oneself over or hand yourself over to spiritual or intellectual goals, whatever feeds you better, in times of decay by choosing seclusion. So it's about spiritual values, about your values. And maybe on the Friday, it's time to just step back from something and just go into seclusion and just find, thank you so much. That's awesome. And just find the time for yourself. And because the book says it does not further want to go anywhere. So it is maybe to go inside and just realize the mountain that rests on the earth when the foundation is steep and narrow and you're just working on short tracks. It's lacking a broad base, and then it might topple over. So your position is stronger when you rise out of the earth broad and great. And to rise broad and great, you have to find your inner values, your spiritual values, your intellectual values, whatever floats your boat, in times of decay, which we probably have at the moment, don't we? So choose on the Friday, choose your battle, they say, don't they? Choose on the Friday maybe to step back from something, to have a broader base and not topple over because you don't know enough for the topic, or you're emotionally too much attached to the topic. So maybe on the Friday it's time to step back from something, whatever that is for you. Saturday, we have number 2, Earth, a double sign, just like the water. It's got the receptive on top and the receptive underneath, which is beautiful, isn't it? So it's all yin lines. Can you see that? Good. Okay. So the yin lines, the receptiveness is the primal energy of yin. And the primal doing, if you want to say, of the thing, or being, is devotion. That is the picture. It's the perfect complement of the creative. It's not the opposite, okay? We need to learn that. This planet needs to learn it, that yin and yang are not opposite as we like to be, but complements. So the receptive does not combat the creative. It completes it. If they can come together, the receptiveness and the creativeness can come together. This is where energy is created. This is where the growth comes in, not in the opposition. So it represents nature in contrast to spirit. Earth is earth in contrast to heaven, space against time, female against male, but not against. It's just the principle that it's an opposite, but it's not against each other. It needs to complement each other. Then only can it work. There is no day without night. There is no night without day. You've probably heard that 1,000 times, if not from me, then from someone else. But this is what this is about. How to turn the laws of nature to create prosperity and thriving. Isn't that something we all want to have? So it's about the laws of nature in the earth on that day, on Saturday. So maybe do something in nature. Maybe create something with nature on the Saturday. But don't forget that you need, and this is the thing, you need both. You need the receptiveness of letting it happen with the creativeness. You can't force one or the other. It's not working. It needs both to work. But bear in mind the receptiveness, the yin principle, the passive principle, or whatever, all these words we have for that principle must be activated. It is not active by itself, meaning the creativity may slumber inside of you and may sleep in there, and you want to wake it up and you can't because you, I don't know, maybe not in the right mood, maybe depressed, maybe stuff happened in your life, whatever. But it needs to be led and activated by the creative, by the male principle, by the active principle of yang. Then it is the productivity of good. So your 1,000 ideas in your head will not go anywhere if you not get moving or starting or doing something with it. You can plan it 1,000,000 times. It's not going anywhere unless it is activated by yang energy, by doing. So Saturday is probably a good day to get something started. What do we have on Saturday? Oh, it's a distraction day. Okay. Wow. Distraction day. Don't be afraid of the distraction day. Please. I like it. It just means something gets distracted and you don't look back and just like a house falling down. You just watch it. Okay, let's build a new one. That is what that day is. It may come as a surprise to you, whatever gets distracted. Yes, that's true. But it just means, okay, something gets distracted. A lot of stuff gets distracted every day. There's nothing to fear about it because that's just how this world functions. Oh, I love the number 2, the earth. Yeah. It's really, you need knowledge and skill. Go with the flow on the Saturday. Feel into it, what it means to you. And then on the Sunday, last but not least, we're having 21 biting through, or it's also called, deciding. So the biting through also means deciding. And they say it looks like a mouth, but hey, okay. So we've got fire on top and thunder underneath. And again, if you follow me a while, you know thunder is something sudden and something forcibly. So obstacles are gonna be removed forcibly on that day. So maybe after the distraction day, the day before, you just, it's a danger day as well, this one. So you will go like, whoops, something is happening. So what can you do about it? The fire above also means the clinging. And I say, the longer you cling to it, the more it hurts, the thunder. So be careful about that. And biting through is really also about clarity. If you bite through something forcibly and you just do it, you do it because it needs to be done. Because the days before we've done our work and we know now what needs to be done and to be created. How to keep up clarity inside and outside, that's what I call it, while being confronted with an obstacle. So maybe there is an obstacle on Sunday and you need to decide whether you want to bite through or not. Whether you, like on Friday we said, maybe you should better step back. On Sunday probably you shouldn't. But of course it's on you, because the consequences are different for us and some of us can face it, some don't want to, and that's okay. That's totally okay. It's your choice and that's fine. Maybe it's not yet the time to bite through, but maybe it is the time to bite through. So become aware and clear inside and out whether it's the time to bite through on Sunday or whether it's, and maybe not yet, let's wait another day, another week, another year, another lifetime. I don't know. So this is the thing. This is how I love interpreting all of this. And I really enjoy using that on the day, in the morning. I'm going to YouTube and listen to my own voice and what I say, and like, oh, that's what it was. Yeah, exactly. And then I respond accordingly. So this week has a lot of up and down, I think. It's about small things. It's about getting together. Some things need to let go. Something then comes in on the Saturday, and the Sunday we need to again make a decision what we're going to do about things. So it seems to me that this week is, we'll have a few surprises that we maybe don't know yet. But if you know that there's a surprise coming, then you won't be surprised. You'll be sitting there thinking, that's what it is. That's what Sandra said in her life. Let's look at it like that. I love it. And I would love to hear from you whether this is helpful for you, whether you like it. And if you like it, tell everybody, tell your friends, like it, comment, tell me, email me or contact me or whatever. And really let me know whether some things occurred. I know some of you do that, and tell me, and what it did to you and how it hopefully helped you to know what is coming. Have a wonderful week, and I see you again next Sunday here. Bye for now.